Alrighty guys, we are back. Chapter 5, 21. So let's see how it goes from here, people. It was getting a little bit, a little bit rated R last episode, but we'll see how it goes from here. Here we go. I can't believe that Vlad just gave his entire staff permission to pursue me romantically. Oh my god. Or that Maximus just asked me on a date. What do you say, young lady? I love that, Maximus. Sure, but no, you can show me your bedroom if you want. Sure, but let's keep it light. There's no real out. Let's keep it light. Let's do that. Of course, I wouldn't want to push you into anything you're not comfortable with. How about 1 p.m. tomorrow, unless that's too early? 1 is fine. I look forward to it. He gives you one more smile before turning to Vlad, bowing and exciting. As he does, half a dozen attendants file in each bearing a large dome platter that emits a variety of delicious odors. What is this? As they lay the spread before you, Vlad smiles at you, still unshakable, perhaps even smugger than before. Now, Amber, let's eat. All right. The next morning, you're getting ready for your date with Maximus. I'll wear something. What should I wear? That is cute as a button. Look at that. That's too much. That's playful. Which one's free? Are they all free? Let's see about this. I guess it is free. We'll just do that. You figure Maximus would be prompt, and sure enough, he arrives as soon as the clock strikes 1. You look lovely, Amber. Thank you, so do you. Let's see, I'll say thank you. I'm not going to compliment him. He gives you a bashful shrug, something that contrasts generally with his massive frame. Just being honest. Anyway, shall we get on the tour? Let's get it to it. Let's get it on. We might as well start at the beginning. This whole place was originally a monastery built back in the 15th century. This is a former church. Monasteries were more than just that back then. They were also strategic strongholds. At that time, the Ottoman Empire was trying to invade Western Europe, and Romania was one of the countries in its way. That would explain the high walls and lookout towers. They still come in handy today. After all, Vlad has many memories. I noticed when some of them kidnap me, what kind of people make enemies with Vlad? Any chance of us being in... Let's do that one. Any chance of us being in danger here? There's always risk, of course. That being said, this castle is well fortified and deep in Vlad's territory. I guess you have to be suicidal to attack someone like Vlad on his home turf. You know, Vlad didn't live here when he was a prince. He didn't move here until the 17th century. The walls and monastery were practically in ruins, but he restored them. Built the 3rd and 4th levels of the house on top of them, as well as adding new amenities to the 1st and 2nd floor. You mean like that indoor garden I spied on its way in? Sharpnail insists on that. He is a horticulturist, whatever that is. Horticulturist at heart, but he never admitted. That huge vampire that took down Marty secretly likes plants? What other surprises do you have in store for me? Let me guess, you're a real Roman commander. He chuckles, running his hand along your arms and not drawing away at the current that flows into him. No, but with the right incentive, you could get me to wear that short leather skirt and pretend to be. Let's keep things lighter than that. That sounds like a fun play for later. Let's do that. I'm keeping it light, people. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. It's okay, I just rather we keep things friendly. In the meantime, is there any place in the castle you'd particularly like to see? Perhaps the weapons room or the library? Let's do the library. Who cares about weapons? One of my favorite rooms. It's right through here. Oh, I should have went to the weapons room then. He would have said my other favorite room. So anyway, as expected, Vlad's library is filled to the brim with all manners of texts. It probably won't surprise you to learn that Vlad is very well read. He collected all manners of books throughout his lifespan. Not a lot of fiction here. When your life is exciting and dangerous as his, stories of fantasy tend to lose their appeal. Rather, he tends to find himself drawn to historic accounts, though to hear him tell it, they're as inaccurate as the fictional book. I guess that makes sense. Everyone's going to be writing with their own biases. A wise observation for someone still in their first century of life. Wow. The rest of the date goes wonderful, and 2 hours later, Maximus brings you back to your room. Thanks for a lovely afternoon. See you at lunch tomorrow. He leans forward in a casual way. No one of the others will bring you your food. Sick of me already? It's harder to seduce someone when you're also cleaning her plates. That's why I assign others to take care of you while you're here. Wow, you really thought this all out. I've got to ask before the night ends. Would it be all right if I kissed you goodnight? Vlad said I could if I wanted, so there's no harm in it. So if Vlad is over you now, really? I'm going to shut him down. Because I ain't going to spend the gems. I don't think so. A look of hurt flashes across his face, but only for a moment. Right, of course, I understand. Just so I know, is there any chance anything could happen between us? I feel the connection, but I don't know if you feel it too. I'm sorry, I feel it. It's too early to tell. It's too early to tell. He almost looks embarrassed by your response. Forgive my imprudence. It has been a very long time since I've courted anyone. Don't worry, big guy. I understand. She called him big guy. He gives you a smile. I'll see you tomorrow, Amber. Looking forward to it. Okay, we shut him down pretty good. It's 9 o'clock by the time you head down to dinner, once again ready to eat with Vlad. His sarcasm smiles as he holds out your chair for you is absolutely infuriating. How was your date with Maximus? Everything you hoped it would be? It was lovely. You made me go on. Let's see. Not exactly. I'll do it was lovely. Let's do that. Is that so? During your date, Maximus had been unwilling to show you the 4th floor, calling it Vlad's personal territory. I wonder why Vlad needs a whole floor to himself. Maybe that's where he does his torturing. No, I do my torturing in the dungeon, like any other respectable castle owner. You really have a dungeon? Of course. As he speaks, an attendant appears and pours thick red liquid into his wine. You can't help but glance down at his long tapered fingers stroke the stem. Your mind flashes back to how those same hands caressed you in your vision and how they could again. You see, you don't react this way around every man. Should I storm out? Flirt with Vlad? There's only 2 options, people, so we're going to storm out. You're beyond frustrated, you know that. So I've been told. I've lost my appetite. I can have food brought up later if you change your mind. We'll see. You turn on your heels, storming out of the dining hall and not bothering to look back. You're still thinking about your dinner with Vlad when you wake up the next morning, sunlight streaming through the blinds of your room. This is ridiculous. I got to get this out of my head. In the past, you've always had one tried and true method for burning off unwanted tension. I'm sure Vlad has a gym in this place somewhere. Wait, what with the shape he is in, yeah. I might even run into him down there. I'll wear something. Here we go, I gotta do this again. Whew. Goodness. So I have to pick one. There we go, we'll go modest. Excellent. You head downstairs hoping that someone will be there to help direct you to the gym. Hello, I need to know where the gym is. From behind a stone pillar, a friendly-looking figure appears. It is right down this hallway. In the lower level, I will escort you. You start to smile when a familiar, far more subtle accent voice rings out. No need, Lachland. I'll show her where it is. Lachland, great. Bad enough trying to keep my mind off Vlad during dinner. If I see him during the day, I don't stand a chance. Lachland bows and exits at once. You turn to Vlad. Vlad, I had it under control. I appreciate the assistance. Jealous of someone else showing me around? I had it under control. Let's do that. Is it so wrong I wanted to show my guest around myself? Not wrong, just unexpected. I have been called many things, Amber, but never predictable. Come with me. Vlad slips a hand around your arm, warm and comforting, and begins leading you towards the gym. I didn't know he had a gym. I should go without him. Let's do that. You're getting a little too cozy. I'll walk there myself, boy. Very well. Lachland. At once, the figure appears once more. Yes, sir. It appears my presence is not required after all. Would you be so kind to escort her to the gym after all? Of course, sire. Vlad gives you an impossible-to-read smile before vanishing. Come, it is right this way, Letty. Thank you, Lachland. Is it Lachland, I guess? I don't know. Here we go. He leads you down to the lower level. As you walk through the halls, the sheer depth of the basement truly begins to strike you. What else does Vlad keep down here? Aside from the gymnasium, there are lower kitchens, laundry rooms, servants, entrance, and human living quarters. He keeps his live-in blood donors in the basement? It's a very nice basement, and they are well taken care of. Here we've arrived. He gestures to a door the two of you have reached. If you need anything, just call and one of us will assist you. And with that, Lachland is gone. Lachland, look at that gym. Whew. The gym turns out to be filled with state-of-the-art equipment. All metal and electronics, great for whoever lives here, but plenty useless for me. Fortunately, you're able to find a large exercise mat, some free weights, and a knotted rope suspended from the ceiling. Guess I'll have to make the most of these. As you are contemplating how best to start, a group of 20-somethings enter chatting in what you now recognize to be Romanian. Hi, any of you speak English? Most of us. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Let's do that. I've got to say, it's a relief to see how friendly you are. Why is that? Well, usually Vlad's guests are less than cordial to us humans. I'm Ben, as you can probably tell from my accent. I'm American too. This is Damien from Vampire Diaries. Nice to meet you. Damon from Vampire Diaries. Angie. It's a pleasure. And Sandra. The meeting you is nice. Though her English isn't very good, her English is still better than Romanian. They are so many of you. Let's do that. Yeah, well, if there were less of us, there's no way we'd be able to keep everyone fed. Not that any of us complain. He gives us people more to hang with here. Are you new to residing here? Not really. I'm just helping Vlad out with a project. I'm leaving once it's done. You're human, right? Yeah. Why? Is it unusual for Vlad to work with humans? We wouldn't know. None of us see him unless he's hungry. Then it bends, gets bitten, and beat it. Then it's bend, get bitten, and beat it. That's weird. That sounds horrible. Let's do that. It's not so bad. Really, you barely feel it when it happens. Hey, how come you're not using any of the electrical equipment? Oh, well, I have a few powers. I can't touch anything electrical or I'll short circuit them. Powers, as in plural? Well, I can also see things when I touch people, bad things mostly, but sometimes I get glimpses of the future. That is so cool. If you touch me, can you tell me my future? Oh, I want to know mine too. I don't always see the future. Most of the time I just see people's sins. Well, I don't have any sins, so zap away. I don't see any reason why not. All right, but don't say I didn't warn you. You reach out, taking Ben's hand in yours, and soon a vision rapidly takes form. True to his word, and the sin that you are witnessing is rather tame compared to the ones you've seen in the past. As the gem takes shape once again, he looks at you exponentially. He used to masturbate to a Minnie Mouse DVD? Sorry, I didn't see your future. Wow. That's odd. What'd you see from my past? You want me to say? You don't want me to say, trust me. Come on, how else will I know it worked? Yeah, tell us. Shower Ben's sin? Fine, but I warned you. When you were 12, you stole your little sister's favorite Minnie Mouse DVD and beat off to it every night until your dad caught you. Stunned silence follows as Ben's face goes red. I don't believe it. You're the real deal. However, his disbelief is soon drowned out by laughter and good-natured ribbon. Hey, I bet the rest of you have some embarrassing sins too. You better cut him some slack before I start capping some feels. Hey, what's wrong with your ear? You reach up feeling something wet. Guess I must be sweating up a storm. As you pull back your hand, you see blood red. Sharp pain racks your body. What is this? The last thing you hear is Sandra gasping before everything goes hazy. The world quickly goes black as you topple forward into unconsciousness. And there it is, people. That was a very tame chapter. I thought we might get more, into the dating crap, but I did a pretty good job keeping all them vampires off of me. So anyway, guys, that's another episode. Alrighty, guys, so tomorrow we'll see you with Chapter 6 as we continue Night Prince Once Burned. As always, thanks so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up. Have a great day now. Toodles!